Alright, can everyone hear me? Okay. So I just want to start by thanking everyone for being here tonight. I know a lot of people traveled from very far away. And I especially want to thank Natalie and Dan and recognize Mr. and Mrs. Leopold for hosting us tonight and planning the entire event. So I know that when the bride and groom live in Chicago and the wedding is taking place in Texas, it is not necessarily easy to coordinate, but you guys totally pulled it off. Everything looks absolutely fantastic. So, for those of you who I haven't met yet, my name is Kieran, and I have the privilege of being here tonight as Natalie's maid of honor. Natalie and I met our sophomore year at Notre Dame, and neither of us have sisters, so we've been very blessed to have one another's friendship over the past 5 years. And I'm not going to take too much of your time. I just want to share a couple of my favorite stories about Natalie, and they will also highlight why Dan is so lucky to have Natalie as his wife. So the first story occurred during the spring break of our sophomore year. Natalie and I had met a couple times, but we hadn't become great friends yet. And for spring break, we decided that as a large group, we were all going to go to Cancun, Mexico. So we arrived at the airport, and I realized that I don't have my wallet to go to Cancun. I only have my passport and my boarding pass. So I'm like, I don't know if I should go on this trip without a license. Like, I don't really know if I should go. So I go through security, and I sit across the seat from Natalie, and I don't know if she remembers this, but she's wearing pink sweatpants, a pink hoodie, a pink baseball cap. She's listening to her pink iPod and texting on her pink cell phone. And she realized that something's wrong, so she takes out her headphones and she said, "Kieran, what's wrong?" And I said, "Well, I don't have my wallet. I don't know if we should go on this. I don't know if I should go on the trip." And she paused for a minute. And she looked at me and she said, "You have to come. We are going to have so much fun." So I went, and I knew that at that moment we were going to be great friends. So as college went on, we hung out all the time. We talked constantly. We lived together. We became best friends. And for those of you who don't know, I'm from Philadelphia, so I'm from the Northeast. And I always talked to Natalie and was always texting with her, and I went home for Christmas break one year, and I saw my friends from high school at Christmas Eve Mass, and I said, "Well, I guess I'll see you guys after Christmas, but Merry Christmas, y'all." And they said, "What? What did you just say?" And so I picked it up from Natalie. And so, Dan, in the Northeast, if you guys move back, which I hope you do, y'all gets you very far. So you are very lucky to have Natalie as an influence. I'm sure by the end of the honeymoon, you'll be saying y'all. And so my final story about Natalie is that after college, we lived in New York City. And like everyone that lives in New York City, on the weekends in the summer, you leave. You do whatever you can to leave. So in the summer of 2010, we decided that we were going to go to the Jersey Shore. So I decided I was going to go to Avalon, and Natalie was going to go to the next town over, to Sea Isle. And they're very close, so we were going to travel together. So we traveled down that night together, and we were texting our friends, "What's going on tonight? What's going on?" And a text came back that a girl that had not been very nice to me in previous years was going to be out that night, and so I immediately got really apprehensive. I don't know if I should go out, I don't know if I should go to these parties, and Natalie immediately changed her plans and decided not to go to Sea Isle and to come to Avalon with me, and she said, "Kieran, you don't have to worry. We are going to have so much fun this weekend." And so she stuck by my side all weekend, and that is the weekend that Natalie met Dan. So, Dan, you are very lucky to have someone so kind and selfless to spend the rest of your life with. And since you met, it's been so great to get to know you better and to watch you two together and see how happy you are. And I don't know where your life will take you, but I know one thing will be true, and that is that y'all are going to have so much fun.